first I saw the patterns hanged at the interior design lobby, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I want to learn how to do it.
When putting on the 3D glasses at some odd hour of the night and looking at it, and then you start to see it come alive, and then you start to see all these different layers.
And then that moment where you realize like it's here and it's there and it's there, and like, oh my God, how is that happening? It's just so much fun.
I'm Sarah Strauss. I'm an architect. I've had a lifelong interest in pattern. I'm teaching a class called Pattern and Ornament, and one of the projects of that class is a 3D wallpaper project. Normally, you know where the wall surface is. It's not in question. But suddenly, when you are looking at these papers with the glasses on, it's very unclear. This year at ICFF, we're going to be debuting our first collection. We're so excited. We've paired up with 22 Wallpaper. Kira and Rob are experts at wallpaper. They are professionals, and they have been so dedicated and have come to every review every semester over the past 4 years. They were the perfect company to go to when Pratt agreed to license the work.
We're very excited about our newest line of wallpaper, which is called Deep, a collection of 3D wallpapers in collaboration with Pratt Institute and Professor Sarah Strauss.
I was listening to the Roller Coaster of Love, sung by the Chili Peppers, and I thought like, my pattern needs to look like this melody in my head, needs to be crazier. It's a collage, really. It's like all images from the same roller coaster.
It just looked almost like it had been cut out with scissors, and we liked that concept of the loopy roller coaster taking over an entire wall, and how fun that would be.
I love wallpaper. I love wallpaper and kind of applied decoration in interiors. My mind kept going back to like Laura Ashley, this like really romantic, all over floral explosion. That's kind of what led me to doing just the succulent blossom a million times.
Bloom, it is very successful in its 3D aspect and also incredibly beautiful without glasses.
We really wanted to play with the history of wallpaper and the motifs that have been being used throughout time, and see how they behaved under the influence of 3 dimensions.
Going abroad and going to Scandinavia, we stayed in Denmark, and then we did study tours to Finland and Sweden. I started looking at how I could make a collage of these Viking heads with these waves and the ships, and how there's so much depth to these cultures and their heritage.
Vikinger, we really loved the idea of the Viking and the ship.
The original illustrations were brilliant.
It has this sense of movement that gives you the idea that you're out there on the seas.
First, I was really looking for the subject matter, and then the forest scene just really felt personal connection, because I spent a lot of time in the woods when I was a kid. And then I chose birches because I grew up in Finland, and that they are particularly beautiful in Finland.
The initial impact of the pattern looked like a textile. It looked almost like a shibori print, and then when you put on the glasses, it all comes into focus that you're really looking at a forest.
A pixelated, kind of abstracted one. Falls, I think, was one of the reasons why we wanted to do it. Was the graphic nature of it. It was simple, it was abstract.
It's very tactile. It weaves in and out of depth. It's an individual experience. Every person that is wearing the glasses is seeing the same paper, but they're seeing it slightly differently, because it really matters where you stand in the room in relationship to the paper. It creates this shift in our awareness, because our vision is basically adjusting, and it creates this wonderful gap.
there's this whole nother level, this like moment in time where you go from seeing one thing to seeing another. And that moment of discovery, I think, is just like magical.
By kind of adding this new technology, wallpaper becomes reinvigorated and gets to have this new life.
It's fresh. It's a completely different way of interacting with surface design.